What it is, what it ain't. It's your girl Ombre Alerts, and I am back with another video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ombre Sade Ellison. I am 25 years old and I'm from Washington, D.C. So if you're just tuning in, this is my YouTube channel. I'm talking about real shit. I'm talking about society issues. I'm dropping protective style situations. I'm dropping lip gloss situations. I'm dropping beauty of all types. I'm just an overall brown girl here giving you my perspective. So this is my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the surviving R. Kelly, the part 2 to the part 1, and this one is called The Reckoning. I didn't join YouTube until August of last year, so I didn't get a chance to do videos about everything that happened with the whole R. Kelly, situations last year. I should have at least did a blog post on it, but it's okay because we're in 2020. There's a new documentary that is out, and I'm just gonna give you, a rundown of what they were talking about in the documentary and my perspective. So if you saw my Harvey Weinstein video, then you already know that I'm going to do a fact check first, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so we all know that, R. Kelly is a world-renowned singer and a musical genius. And I'm not taking that away from him or anything like this. But he has been a sexual predator of underage, meaning 18 and under females, for over 30 years. Even in a May 2018 video, he actually says, let me see, he actually has said it's too late. They should have done this 30 years ago. And that to me just indicates that he has been preying on younger females in the black community specifically for 30 plus years. So with that being said, he used his R. Kelly persona because his real name is Robert Kelly. So I feel like he has this whole double image situation. So he used the R. Kelly image, the singing genius, to kind of distract people from what he really is, and it's a predator. So we all know that, in 2000, I believe in 2002, the original video of a sex tape with minors came out. And fast forwarding to 2008, he was acquitted in court for the sex tape allegations, but that didn't stop him. He still kept it going, you know what I'm saying? So he still, was molested. Well, I wouldn't say molesting, but he was like taking advantage of younger females sexually since then, and probably a little bit before then, because we all know that he was with the singer Aaliyah at the time that she was like 15 years old. They got married and all of that craziness. So fast forwarding to 2019, on January the 3rd of last year, the original docu-series Surviving R. Kelly appeared on Lifetime. And the original series was talking about the survivors of R. Kelly and their experiences with him, and most of their experiences were the same. And after that docu-series aired, he was released from his contract from RCA, the singing label. So, his music was affected by it. Fans definitely had to pick a side, on whether they wanted to continue to step in the name of love or see his music for the cover up that it actually is. So we're going to fast forward to the video, the part 2. I watched like the first hour of it, so I'm just going to give my little fact check. So in the part 2 of The Reckoning video that I watched, it starts off with R. Kelly's brothers, Bruce Kelly, which is the older brother, and Carrie Kelly, which is the younger brother, and they were, detailing their childhood and the things that went down. And apparently, they admitted that they were sexually abused at a young age, and so was R. Kelly. And they, detailed that R. Kelly was abused by a man in the neighborhood, and as a 7 or 8 year old child, and also that they were sexually abused by someone that lived with them, a female, an unknown female, perhaps, I believe they said close to their age, that was sexually molesting them until R. Kelly was the age of 14. And Bruce also said that, they lived with a lot of family members and things like that. And I believe that the mother was probably at work when most of this happened. So when she found out that her sons were getting abused, the man in the neighborhood that was doing, the molesting, he was arrested and, beat up by most of the men in the neighborhood. And, it was kind of cringy to hear that the mother had an opportunity to prosecute said molester, but couldn't do that because he bribed her with $5,000, and I guess she took the money. And of course that's really messed up to do, because your children are being abused, and not only do you know that, and do you have a chance to do something about it, and the fact that you weren't around to do something about it, and you have a chance now to fix that, you didn't fix that. I can imagine that it probably made all of them feel unworthy and feel unloved. And I do, have empathy, and I do feel like the purpose of them being interviewed was to create some sort of empathy for R. Kelly. But I do feel like it was done to kind of make everybody realize, like, this isn't an excuse for what R. Kelly had did or is doing, but it is, it does explain his behavior, and it does explain why he has acted the way that he has. And we're gonna get to my opinion soon, so don't just stay tuned. Okay, so next, after they talked about the childhood abuse and everything like this, they also talked about how the females, the survivors of R. Kelly, were being attacked. After the docu-series came out, they received several threats from fans, and DMs of threats, and threats from R. Kelly himself. I believe Faith Rogers, the young lady that contracted a disease from R. Kelly, was actually, her nudes were put on the internet, and her nudes were sent to her lawyer, and it was just a whole bunch of mess. Even at the premiere of the first docu-series in December of 2019, December 2018, was the premiere of the first docu-series, and there was actually a threat when everyone went to, all the survivors were together, and they went to, have to see the docu-series for the first time. They had to evacuate everybody. There was some sort of threat, like something was gonna happen. It's just like a bunch of mess. Okay. So also with the survivors, in this part of the part 2 we're talking about, they also discussed how the survivors, the parents were put most of the blame by either celebrities or just regular people like me with their opinion. A lot of the parents were blamed for the actions instead of just blaming R. Kelly for being the predator that he is. The parents were blamed, and I do believe that well, no, I'm gonna read the rest of the facts first. See, it's juicy. Okay, so then there was a cringy part also about R. Kelly, is that I believe that he went to a pastor, and he brought a pastor back to his house, and he actually told the pastor that he has, a sex addiction or of some sort, and he admitted to actually having a sexual problem, and his brother was right there with him. So I definitely feel like it's just a little insane that he actually knew he had a problem, but he kept it going. And instead of getting the help that he needed, he just let the evil take over. Um, what else had happened? Yes, there was a threat. There were several threats, committed towards the survivors. We're skipping ahead to the mute R.Kelly. I feel like the whole movement of muting his music, that's where you hit R.Kelly where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? He's been out for a long time. And if you stop his connections, if you stop his resources, then you stop the predatorization that has happened towards these young girls. And I think that's why the whole mute R. Kelly thing is going on, because we want his actions towards young girls to stop. And the way you do that is you hurt his pockets. If you hurt his pockets, then he can't pay himself, he can't pay his team can't do his bidding, and therefore, because he can't do it by himself. And I think that that's something good about the docu, is that they actually said that, and it made a lot of sense to me, because he is a powerful person, but he couldn't lower these girls and make these girls do everything he wanted them to do without the team that he was working for. Okay, so we're gonna skip ahead and get to how I feel about this. I will say that I do feel bad for R. Kelly and his brothers for what happened in their childhood, but I do feel more empathy towards the brothers, because they didn't grow up and become this predator that R. Kelly is. They didn't grow up and let the evil take over. And all of us, we have that responsibility to become what we want to become in life. And R. Kelly had that same responsibility, and he chose to be a predator to underage females, especially being females in the black community. I feel like he was able to get away with this so long because the black woman is the most disrespected woman on the planet, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like if he did this to white women, then he would have been got caught, he would have been put in jail, there would have been series of repercussions for his actions a long time ago. And it is something to be said that there's a lot of people in the music industry that swept this under the rug and knew that he was doing these things and just kept it a secret. I think that's crazy and it's insane. He is in federal prison as we speak, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is an ultimate testament that whatever you do, it will come back to get you. Karma is in full goddamn effect, and he's finally, feeling the heat of everything that he did to these women. And if you have to come out with a documentary saying it, then so be it. So I hope that you guys like this video. I hope that you like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be more to come. I believe that there are going to be more episodes. So as I watch, I will, have my opinion and do a fact check on this. Thank you for watching. It's Ombre Alert, and I'm out of here. See you later. Bye.